It is always with the greatest joy that we come here to share with you, to share a little of our own experiences of life, to give a little guidance, to give a little understanding. Come in love, for that is the vibration upon which we make our entrance. We are always close to you, so do not feel for a moment that you live your life alone. It may seem that way to you because you are walking your path perhaps in some form of desolation and feelings of despair. And so you feel that others around you do not understand that which you are suffering. But we do assure you, dear ones, that there are those in the spirit world who fully understand your predicament. They fully understand your difficulties and your response to those difficulties. That is where it is very hard for you. For you may linger with others that are your friends, that are your acquaintances, or perhaps you have never met them ever before, and you find yourself revealing a few things to them. And you wonder sometimes, how is it that they do not fully understand? They do not understand fully because they are not understanding your reaction to the circumstances of life. Everyone responds to life's journey, circumstances, things that are placed upon them in different ways. And of course it is quite natural for the human mind to immediately go to the response, perhaps that that person who is listening may react to certain circumstances. But it may well not be your own. It is a unique experience for you. And you scarcely can understand your own reactions sometimes, let alone expecting another to fully understand. But we say to you and we reassure you, as we do time and time again, we reassure you. We reassure you that you walk your path with those that linger with you, strengthening you. We can only say, be very, very open to receive. Let yourself take a little quiet moment to allow that connection, that link to you to be open, that you may fully receive the benefits that come forth. Do not allow your lower thinking to persuade you that you are entirely alone and that those in the spirit world and the angelic kingdom do not hear your cries, do not hear your anxieties, your fears, for indeed they do, more fully than you can recognize in your own self. For they do know and they do understand the reactions to everything that takes place in your life, the way you have reacted to it, and the way that you are struggling with it. So we say, as oneness of mind, we say that we are all love, and we bring love to you. We bring the closeness of those that care for you, those that have loved you upon the earth plane. And at times like this, your heart goes out to them in your desire to have their closeness, that you can converse with them, a shoulder to cry on perhaps, the nearness, of these dear ones that are part of your families or your dearest friends. They are there. Make no mistake about that. They do not desert you. Yes, of course, they have moved into a world of spirit that for them is a glorious place. A place where desires are fulfilled. A place where joys of heart and soul are fully experienced. But they do not desert you. For wherever there is love, there is this glorious link from one to another. Never forget this, dear ones, never forget this. You are all embarking on a time of change. Be in a state of expectancy that naturally, to bring this about, many energies are changed, as you have heard, and you have heard so often that this will take place. So rejoice. It may throw you sometimes a little off balance, and you might find that you cannot really understand what is happening exactly. But we do assure you that everything is exactly as it should be. Surround yourself in thought. Use your imagination if you must. And visualize the closeness of the beautiful angels that are present and those of the spirit world who will participate in bringing about an easiness of the combination of energies. You are a part of this great change. You have not come here just by chance. You have elected before you made your incarnation into this world to be present, to be a part of this wondrous happening. And whilst it may not, of course, happen fully in your lifetime, for everything works by degrees in a gradual process. And it's through this process that brings about the wonders of life, the fulfillment of everything that is divinely planned. And so, bear in mind this very happening. You may not be aware of it if your awareness is not very great. But we, from the spirit world of likely minds, would say to you, let yourselves be full of awareness. Let it expand, that you can understand somewhat of that which is taking place, and your own accompaniment of the invisible worlds can be a part of your process. If you think about it, have you not agreed fully to work with those in the world of spirit and the angelic kingdom? Fulfill your own contracts, and in the process it will lift your hearts, it will lift your whole being to be a part of the wonder of it all.
Dear, dear ones, be very conscious of who you really are, walking around in a physical body, using your own physical apparatus to get here and there. Sometimes it serves you very well, and sometimes not so well. But it does not alter the fact of who you really are, and that you can keep operating in greater fullness every day of your life upon earth. So, dear ones, do not feel you stand alone, for you're naturally linked on a vibration with those that have a similar consciousness, state of consciousness, whether you knew them or not. So let the glory of it all come forth. Let it be a natural process, a natural way of being, that you allow yourselves to completely excel. Feel that joy inside you. Let go of the everyday hindrances. It does not mean that we are saying neglect your responsibilities. Definitely not. But your hindrances lower your vibrations. They become coarser. And you reflect negative thoughts, actions, and words as a consequence. That is not being who you really are. That is allowing the earthly influence to flow forth rather than the divine influence which is deeply within you. Dear, dear ones, recognize who you are and feel the joy of life regardless of the happenings of every day. Think of your body, your physical body, as your own temple, your house, your living quarters. You know that if you live in an establishment that perhaps needs great repair, but it is shelter for you. So you make the most of your life. It wouldn't do to spend your daily life thinking about the necessity of changing your physical house or establishment, wherever it may be. You know it would be undesirable to allow it to take over in your mind and influence your every thought. The body is likewise. It is where you live. At this time in your life, so dear ones, we do ask you all to be fully open to the great love, the greater outpouring, the great power of the cosmos, the Christ power. You may have many names for it, and a name is of no consequence. Only that you aspire to the very highest. And you are ready and able and willing to receive the full volume that your being may receive. We give our love to all. And we say to you, dear ones, feel the love that is here now. Absorb it. Feel the blessing that is yours. That you may give blessings to others and allow it to expand. Peace. Peace to each and every one. Peace.